G'day, today we're going to have a look at the Fly Corp DLC and its mode Discover All States. So this is tough. So far what I've played of this, I'm having a real hard time of it. We're going to go restart and we're going to have a look. So essentially we're starting in Kentucky. Now this is already a dud map from the way this layout is. I feel that there's two main strategies that you can play in this. You can do a spoken wheel where basically what you're doing is you're connecting every city together like that. Or what you're doing is you're attempting to just connect cities to the closest city and save money. Now, the way that I've played this so far, I feel like you have to do this to get out of the first 3 states. Like if you're trying to spoken wheel, the states are too big that it becomes a real problem. The problem I then have, though, is I'm going to quick load of this game that I've played here. In this particular one, I had Kentucky sort of spoked, but now I want to, sorry, I had that running through, and now I want to spoke all the cities. I want them to more look like what we've got South Carolina looking like down here. But it's a mess. There's so many cities with so much sort of problem with it that we need, I need to be able to focus on major routes and major cities, not on just random little cities like, I don't even know how to pronounce it, and Bowling Green and Owensboro and stuff that are just like in London that are just in the middle of these points where I don't want them. But to correct that, I fail too because I'm not making the money versus how frequent the problem is. So basically we need to have a starting point like this where we've got them a lot smaller, a lot closer together. The first state that we've got opening is really close and friendly and nearby. I think Indianapolis is possibly halfway through this state, so it's sort of manageable. I think we also need the first event to be a positive one that gives us money. We're also going to have the celebrity show up at some point, and we need them to be nice too. I think that we need the stars to align, that we need Louisville in there. We need like nice, tightly connected ones like this. We're not getting those like Bowling Green and so on that are far away at the bottom of the state. Because if we leave a city not connected for a while to try and save money, we're going to have so many people waiting to get to that by the time that we connect to it. I don't know how Frankfurt could have got any worse. It was already the lowest level. There's no negative involved in what we just got, but we didn't make money. We're going to have a celebrity show up probably at some point too, and we kind of want to feed this. So we've got so little time. I'm going to try upgrading planes in order to get them to where they need to go. I don't even think that we could do it. That's not what I want to do. I want to upgrade the plane, not make 2 of them. I can't even afford to buy another plane to get that, so I actually ruin that for myself. Get there. Thank goodness. Okay, so from accidentally building that second city, we've now got Bowling Green. We can afford to bring in Indiana, but then can't even afford to build the city after it. So luckily that's not too bad a connection. We can definitely live with $64. We are going to need more planes, but that's our second spoke. We've now got Indiana as a spoke. We've got Ohio coming in. So far, Louisville's done really well. Not freaking itself out. And I mean, that's really painful too, that we've got cities so far away coming in because we need $300. I'd really like to give Indianapolis a second plane. I'm really annoyed that I accidentally gave Owensboro a second plane. I mean, at least means Owensboro's efficient. See, Indianapolis is struggling a tiniest little bit. I think that we're going to be okay to either get enough money to get to Ohio or upgrade if we need to. We're going to leave it, I think, for another I think until maybe 30 seconds left in Ohio. I was gonna say, I realize the danger is that I'm gonna get some long shot city in Indiana. Okay, so then we've got Columbus. So Columbus, we probably want to end up connecting to both of them. We're now going for just much further distances. And obviously you can see that is an expensive route. The sooner we can get it connected, the better. We 100% need this connection here to have a second plane on it. We probably want those planes upgraded too. You can see this is a red plane just constantly. Got a celebrity. Hopefully they can do that pretty efficiently. The fact that they have to go from Bowling Green to Owensboro. I mean, is it worth building that route just for them? I probably should have waited till they were there. How long they've had to wait. That's already over. Luckily, there's 2 planes on the Owensboro route, so they can get there, and the Lexington plane's quick. So, do we want to do it? According to the forecast, we could increase ticket prices by 2 times without losing demand. No. Okay, great. So we made a little bit of money there. We can sell that route again. We made more money than that route cost, so that feels completely justifiable. We're going to get that guy in there. We're going to upgrade those 2 planes. And we're going to get West Virginia in. So I think luckily in how fast we managed to move out of Kentucky and that we didn't get any of these really long routes that were over in this corner, that allowed us to have enough money, and that we've really played into those celebrity movements to try and get them working. That we're in an okay spot so far. Okay, so this guy's in. We'll get him connected. We will get West Virginia in. Charleston can connect into Columbus. Really want that route as well. We want to really give them an alternate option to get around with. We don't want to have to feed everyone through Indianapolis. So we want to get this. We want to get these guys upgraded. See that Indianapolis moves around like a Christmas light up there. We want to get this route upgraded too, and we want to get Charleston to Columbus upgraded. Then we want to worry about Pennsylvania. So this is where I really mean that, like, we're trying to spoke these very specific cities. I'm surprised at how busy he is. He must be an actual busy city. Good news is it's Covington to Louisville, so because if I put in a plane, it'll just leave there immediately. So they, as if it was Louisville to Covington, he would have spawned at the other end. We're in a better place because of that. These 2 are upgraded. It was these 2 I wanted to upgrade next. That's going to be Cleveland. Yeah, so that's probably another spoke that way. Problem with Pennsylvania is that's going to be Harrisburg. It's carried it. Can't afford to get a plane out of there. We're going to disconnect Cleveland, and we are going to buy that second plane. I think that's better than upgrading the city, because that'll be a long-term sort of fix. Upgrading the city, it'll just get busy and fail again. Prices being expensive for the next week is bad. But where we're at so far is pretty good. As nice as we can expect. Now, what I want to do is I'll give him the second plane. And then I feel like we've just got to sit on our hands. Luckily, I don't think Columbus to Charleston is going to be too busy, or am I just immediately proved wrong that Cleveland is the busy point there? Okay, like I said, we do need to sit on our hands, though. We need to get enough money to get Pennsylvania, and capital of Pennsylvania is Harrisburg, and that's Harrisburg. That's in the pretty far to the right. That'd be a struggle. At least they're slightly faster planes. Okay, so we've got to get them in. Harrisburg all the way over there. 600 to get there. I mean, and really we don't want to connect to Harrisburg. We want to connect to Philly. and Pittsburgh. So I hope that Pittsburgh shows up so that we can get that, and then Harrisburg. We made that one? Great. We've also got more expensive routes at the moment, don't we? So we've got to pretty wait for that before we want to get to Harrisburg either way. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted. I realize I just spent the money to upgrade that while this guy's still there. That would cost us 400. So it's gone. 200. I'm just going to set that up for now. But we probably will remove that line. So I would say that we're going to get Philly, assumedly, over here. And so we'll connect them to Philly back out. I also would like to get Charleston to Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to have enough money to Tennessee to come in. We're going to Harrisburg. That's exclusively what's the problem. 500, so we can't fix that yet. It's Philly. Pretty far away. Okay. Nashville. Nashville will get in. We'll give it its second plane. And going. I suppose the thing is that I think Philly should be the hub, but there's also so many other places nearby. Like, say that's where Washington is down there. And knowing the distance of this, I guess maybe that even though it's not a major city in comparison to Philly, maybe Harrisburg and the distance that it is actually got to be the connection. So we'll increase the speed of those guys. We'll try and figure out what Louisville's problem is. So everyone's a little Elkhart. But this is sort of the point that we can upgrade these cities. I want to give that guy a second play. Bought a second plane. Everyone's got problems, buddy. You got 2 planes or just one? Just one. Oh, I can't afford to do anything for you yet. But sell someone's route, give it back to them. Those guys have 2 planes. Does Dayton have 1? Great. Bowling Green, great. So we can go that way and he can send out that way. Need Dayton to get connected again. We need Elkhart to have a second plane as well. You can see what I mean. Like, this is just everyone. Like, this is me going with what I think is the more efficient design. And it being as successful, I guess, as I've seen it. And it's still just everyone is constantly in peril in a way that just doesn't feel like it happens in the other one. Not just constantly and as across the board. And I guess it's possibly because this is just so evenly spread out. Oh, you are more than welcome, the people of Pennsylvania. Okay, so you are set up as Philly to Harrisburg, so we're going to give you that second plane to help this guy moving along. Good luck to you. Who was complaining there? Anyone, or have they already given up complaining? Harrisburg slightly bigger. Alright, so we've now got Michigan as our next connection. At the moment, we're doing I think pretty good. I'm going to upgrade those planes. No one else. I think that I don't need to just spend just for the sake of spending. I think we can. That's what we can actually do is we can open that up and maybe just enjoy the moment. Now, I assume Detroit's going to show up at some point, and I have no idea where it is because, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of lakes in Michigan that are not represented there. Is Detroit closer to the border? So I don't particularly want to placing. Who's complaining? Stop complaining. All right, so Detroit becomes a connection point. Placing connects to that. I'm gonna get that guy to connect up that way, and we'll sell that route. We'll make give them the shorter route and take a bit of the pressure off Columbus because it's a pretty centralized city. All right, this guy is still. I guess it's just that he's a small airport. Is really all his problem is. This is Memphis connecting into Nashville. Upgraded a little bit. This guy's struggling. Let's get Dayton another plane. How are you doing? Gonna have to come back. Might be okay. That's not an upgraded line, so we'll upgrade them. Lansing. Sort of getting people out north. Go there. Again, we probably want to upgrade that. But Detroit. Same thing, we'll get that upgraded. I would probably say we need another plane going to Lansing based on how many people seem to be coming through wanting to go that way. I think they're going to make it too. Nice story, 401. Okay, Arkansas's up next, which is over here. So Memphis will probably just be our little hub for that guy. Let's upgrade the planes to Cleveland. Let's upgrade the planes to Gary. These long shot guys that are just getting a little sad. Bit of attention. For Akron. I'm happier, certainly, and I think that hopefully now as we get bigger, I mean, that's going to cost us so much. We only just made enough money to do anything, and we're getting eaten. Thank goodness, lawyers. I mean, it says it costs us nothing. It costs us 700. I would like to have that connection too. I don't think that Detroit needs to be so isolated. They're just sort of like a crop out point for Columbus. Okay, so go to about, what, 30 seconds with Arkansas. Oh, we're making money a lot faster than I expected. So we'll get Little Rock. It's just connected in there. Did we have a second city start up? Yeah, Grand Rapids. Them in there, and we'll give them a second plane too. Give Little Rock a second plane. Mississippi, so I think again we'll just try and make them a hub for Memphis. Nashville's starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed, so we'll give them... Alright, what's your catch-up? Columbus. So let's go with third plane of that second level moment for them as opposed to upgrading their 2. As they sort of come through, I'll sort that out. See that guy heading south. Also Bloomington is also struggling with its requirements. But at least the cities that are having problems are the cities I want to spend money on, and the connecting lines that I want to spend money on. All good things. I only just registered that I could have had Akron connect this way as opposed to that way. I guess it's the same. Looks certainly close to Pittsburgh. Alright, let's get Mississippi going. And we'll get both of them. Is Jackson going to be a little hub? Maybe we'll use Jackson for the hub of the south of it. So, Pittsburgh, Youngstown is brief, so let's give him a second plane there. Let's give these guys 3 planes. We'll upgrade them. We probably start giving everyone a 3rd plane. Wayne to upgrade you. And a 2nd plane. Totally missed you. I would have only given Detroit to Cleveland a route. That would have been cheaper than what happened. This again, we're back to the point where just a little bit of everyone's got a complaint. But we're also not making enough time or really enough money to address it. This guy looks to be struggling, so let's get Toledo sorted out. Let's try and give them a bit of a support in some of their routes. Columbus, we probably want to give it a bit more support to as well. Did we give that a 3rd plane? They've got a 3rd plane. Let's give this guy a 3rd plane. Is your problem primarily south, Nashville? Let's give them the 3rd plane as well. Get this guy going into Detroit. 2 planes, we'll upgrade them. Is there other plane there? Thank goodness. At least these 2 guys will space out a little bit and fix that up. First one will go and then the second one should properly clean it. Government gave you a grant for transport network development in the amount of 300. 3 cities in the territory now available. What if I said I don't want them? What if I said don't give them to me? Someone there? Goodness. Probably should have upgraded before I waited to find out. Is this route Covington too? Okay, I can't see any planes, so I hope that it means that they're sitting there. I'm gonna have to just buy a plane just to... I mean, it means that 2 of them will leave. And that'll solve the problem, hopefully, for a little while they address that. Then we'll get Springfield in there, we'll get Mansfield in there, and we'll get Canton. I mean, all of those will definitely need more than 1 person, but not money that we have right now. We now have 2 minutes to save for New Jersey. But it does, I guess it's positive that we've just had to do a whole bunch of upgrades, but it is all, like I said, on sort of spokes and upgrading the highways between the spokes. So it feels positive. Zoom in there is pretty crazy. Okay, Trenton. It's just going to be part of Harrisburg. Completely missed out on who was that unhappy moment. I'm pretty impressed to see that Philly's been okay too. Youngstown surprising me in how much that's getting sad, but we'll upgrade Pittsburgh. What's this? Knoxville. Get them into Nashville. Get them upgraded. It's amazing seeing some of these cities like Owensboro just sort of like almost permanently on the verge of tears. Okay, so we've got another celebrity in. What was that last connection? Wow. I think there's anything we can do to help them. Is that Louisville that was complaining? Okay, so a lot of guys go in a lot of different ways. Primarily south. So let's get a third plane on there. Let's upgrade it. I think someone just landed. Start to clean that up. Detroit. So I mean it is that route still. That's probably its problem. The other fix would be that I could do that. Indianapolis doesn't have to be the focus of everything. We can give that 3 planes. Upgrade them. And again, that is just spoke-to-spoke connection, so it's infrastructure I'm happy to do. Although I do need to I need to get Oklahoma connected real soon. There's a lot of planes that just left Columbus. Canton is certainly a little problem at the moment there, I would say, because it's the new city. Ann Arbor. Let's pause for a second. Them connected. I only need 1 plane now. I feel like we're going to make that money, which is nice. Gonna run all the way into Oklahoma. This keeps restarting its counter. It certainly is the central hub of our network at the moment. Okay, Oklahoma City to Memphis. No, I was going to say, I assume your issue is traffic heading south, but it's not. Canton is getting worse, so let's give them just that second basic plane. This guy's going to give us some money, so hopefully Canton clean this up a bit. Like, just Canton on the move. Keep doing all this movement, but I've got to get Oklahoma City in this. Assume you would just basically won this one city, overwhelming you. Gonna need at least 3 planes on that route. Need to put a second one on that just to stop Jackson from being unhappy. Also assuming they're going to put more pressure on this guy. We need all these people heading south. Oh, that's Bowling Green. These just little routes that are getting sad. Alright, part of this now is going to be that I have to upgrade this more than I have. You can see that those are red planes that we've now got going back and forth in there. Imagine that Philadelphia is unhappy too, so let's try and get that more efficient. I know, Louisville. This looks a lot better. Sort of one isn't stopping. Let's get... That's those 3 upgraded, so then hopefully once they land, and then the first guy pops in, we're gonna see that looking a lot better. All right, well, that's part one. Education on where I've had problems, my theories on why I think this is going to be the best layout. Really sort of interesting layout that we've got in that we've survived to this point, and now we have our network touching so far out into this that hopefully it means that a lot of what we're doing is just going to be connecting into what we've already got. So any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.